Today I want to talk about relationship experiences, what it means to be in a relationship with other people, and most importantly, being in one with yourself. University tends to totally break you down into these smaller parts of yourself. By the time you come out the other side, you're put together in a completely different way. Smarter? Blinder? Mustachier? It's not for me to say whether you're better or worse. Rather, you're just different, more experienced. So while you're in university, you're thinking all of these big important thoughts, solving impossible problems, and on a ridiculous deadline. Ugh. Facepalm? Head desk? Facebook? Headbook. But you're also constantly, and usually subconsciously, working on this giant Rubik's Cube, except for there's no deadline, and no real solution. That Rubik's Cube is your identity. In fact, there's this age range that fancy scientists, hey, I didn't tell you to zoom, call emotional intelligence. This is defined as your capacity for recognizing your feelings in order to be able to manage them for yourself and in your relationship with others. Basically, this means you start off as a blank slate, walking around open and vulnerable. Friends, school, jobs, and romantic relationships create new challenges and situations, with each experience changing your opinions and perspectives, and sometimes who you are as a human being. It's easy to ignore everything but the important academic stuff, and just assume that all of this emotional intelligence business will sort itself out on its own. Hey, want to talk about feelings? No! Go do my homework. But I think it's ridiculously important to take time to think about the experiences you're going through, how they're affecting you, and how they make you feel about yourself. A lot of the books we read and movies we watch lead us to believe that we will fall hopelessly in love, and somebody else will come along and build a wall of confidence and safety for you. But what truly sucks is often these walls are paper thin, and when something bad happens, they fall right down. Dating by definition is sharing yourself with another person, and on occasion, putting their needs above yours. But you can't share yourself if you haven't taken the time to think about who you are, and you definitely can't put somebody else's needs over yours if you're always needing them to help you feel good about yourself. I'm not saying it isn't nice to have someone there for support and comfort, but the really difficult, unfair part is that person has to be yourself first. If you haven't committed to be there for yourself, to try to understand and like yourself for all your flaws and triumphs, it doesn't matter how much somebody else loves you. If that relationship ends, the wall they build for you is gone. Each break disappears. You don't get to keep any of it because you didn't lay down the cement and build it up brick by brick. So now you don't know if you'll ever be happy again because you took away the one thing that sorted out all of your emotional dilemmas. Support is wonderful and necessary, but at some point you're going to have to build your own wall. Every good thing you've done, lesson you've learned, accomplishment you've achieved, both academic and personal, is a part of that. So that when things really suck, that wall is unbreakable. On the internet, trolling is a slang term for purposefully antagonizing people, generally on message boards and often by posting something negative, though this is usually untrue and meant to be funny. I propose that we anti-troll ourselves. So in the comments below, post something that's really awesome about yourself. I don't care if you think it sounds silly, like you did well on a test. I want to read about it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for leaving all of the wonderful comments on the last video, and I will see you in a couple of weeks.